Welcome back to EDCCC with Corey and Christian, and we have an interesting question/dilemma for you. Is your pistol your primary firearm, or is it your secondary? Bom, bom, bom. So, Christian and I have been talking lately for civilians that are carrying, usually concealed, so we're not advertising to the world that we have our self-defense tools with us. What we have on us are our primary fighting tools. Yes, we have discussed our survivor space and using bigger, more capable, maybe more powerful firearms in that survivor space because it makes sense. But if you are in some type of mass tragedy, whether that's in a mall or a restaurant or a movie theater, most of us are not going to evacuate safely, get out of that danger zone to our car to go get our rifle and then go back in. We've already avoided the danger. I've said before, I'm going home to my family. Christian's going home to his family. If I'm out of dangerous harm, I'm not responsible for those that are still in there. No offense. So for me, when I think of what's my primary fighting tool, it is my everyday carry. And what that means is I have trained with and chosen a gun that some people might think is too big for everyday carry, is too uncomfortable, but I look at it as my primary fighting tool, which is why I don't carry micro compacts, subcompacts. I guess those terms are getting a little blurred out there in the world now of 365s and bodyguards and things like that. But I've chosen guns that are fighting size, for lack of a better term, and fighting caliber and fighting capacity. And that means sometimes I have to shift my wardrobe, shift my gear to accommodate that bigger firearm with the added items that, again, make it more of a primary fighting weapon than a backup or secondary weapon. So, Christian, what do you think?
Yeah, so like you said about our survivor space, the videos we've already done, whether it's in your home or vehicle, yeah, I can have a bigger and better weapon, and that could be considered my primary weapon.
Yep.
But even in those videos, you asked me, what were you going to do the onset of a break-in in the middle of the night? My pistol, I might have a rifle or a shotgun, but as well as my pistol on my nightstand, like my EDC.
Yep.
And so in all aspects, I might just grab my pistol first. So even in that case, I'm not going to my long gun first. That's going to stay in the survivor space. It's going to be my pistol.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've always toyed around with the idea of a truck gun where, I'm going to go take out the bad guy. I'm going to put on my plate carrier and everything. Yeah. It's not really realistic. If I had to, storm into a building like the Uvalde shooting situation where that off-duty border patrol was going to go in the school to save his loved ones, I'm going to want to do that as well. But again, like you're saying, am I going to have the time to go back? If I don't have that rifle on me, which I'm probably not going to, am I going to have time to go back to my vehicle to get that stuff and then come into the school? No, it's probably going to be my EDC, once again.
The tools that you have on you.
Yeah.
The waste of time to retreat to that area to get that. I'm not saying a rifle is not more powerful. Obviously it is. We know it is. But in that nightstand scenario or that Uvalde scenario, I got to go in now because there's an immediate threat to my loved ones.
Yeah, that needs to be addressed now. And even I've fallen into the trap where I want to carry a small gun. And, I have the 365X macro, which I still think it's a pretty good concealed carry gun, but I'm going to try and move away from that. And I have the bodyguard, and I've fallen into that trap where I want to carry something lighter, than something that's more comfortable, but I honestly suck at shooting the bodyguard. If you watched our previous drill video, it's not good. Not good shot placement at 21 yards, so I need to work on that. But I've gone for a walk or a bike ride or run even wearing the bodyguard. I don't want to carry my AREX or my Echelon while I'm running. I can't, it's impossible.
That's hard to do. Yeah.
So either the bodyguard is going to be my primary, and I'm going to have to train only using that and be absolutely proficient with that, or I'm going to have to only train with, my bigger, full-sized pistol with the red dot with the weapon light. So it's yeah, it kind of comes down to a training thing, where definitely like train with the pistol that you're carrying, but or otherwise get a pistol that has more capacity, because it could be a little more capable if you are forced to be in that situation. You know, we're not going to choose to go search for the attacker in the mall or in the school if we don't have to, right? If our loved ones are not in danger. Yep. But if I'm forced into that situation, I might want something that is as capable as possible, has as many rounds as possible, so I can stop that threat.
Yeah, and I think, you touched on a couple things there. If you are going to carry a micro compact, and I think we can just let that term sizzle for a while. Everybody kind of knows
it used to be about. This particular gun, that's a micro.
Yeah.
That's a compact. That's a subcompact. Yeah. Now there's so many different types, so many gray areas. Yeah. It's like, it's hard to kind of pinpoint.
So when I say micro compact, I'm thinking of like the little 380s, the LCP 380, the Bodyguard, or even, I hate to throw the J-frame in there, but the J-frame is a pretty close to micro compact. It hovers in that subcompact area. I agree. Mostly caliber-wise, it's a much more effective caliber, I think. But size-wise, it's in that micro compact size. Yeah. Same thing. When I used to run, which clearly is not very much anymore, I had a J-frame in a holster in my pocket. That was my running gun, and I had a speed strip with it, right, and other self-defense tools. But I wasn't going far or into places like a mall or a theater. Going to the gym, you all do what you need to do. That's a populated place, and bad things do happen at gyms, unfortunately. But I think we're dancing around an issue here of if you're going to carry a micro compact, or I'll say even a subcompact, so looping in 365s and shields and all that kind of stuff now, you need to up your training so that if you are forced to use that as your primary self-defense tool, you're 100% confident.
Yeah.
I have a set my own standard for what that means for me to carry a gun. I encourage all of you to do that. The way I set my standard is I looked at the areas that I am most in, my house and my office, okay, and I know the distances of hallways, the distances to corners, and I have said if I cannot hit XYZ at X distance, I'm not going to carry that gun. And until I can do that, until I've trained enough to be able to hit that proficiency standard, that gun is a training tool or something that I'm not going to use in my EDC rotation. And think about, go.
We have to realize, too, that a self-defense incident in a parking lot, at a mall, a movie theater, it is not really close quarters.
Yep.
Sometimes that's 40, 50 yards plus. The shooting incident with Elijah Dickens, that was 80 yards. Believe
40 yards.
40 yards?
Yeah.
40 yards. Sorry. 40 yards in closing, right? Still kind of a far distance for a pistol.
Yeah.
So you have to realize that if you're carrying the Bodyguard, like I was when I was going for a run or something, and you can't make those shots even at 21 yards or 20 yards, like you're saying, up your training game or get something else.
Yeah. And for where we're going with this is that's something else, again, back to the thought process here is, for me, this is my primary, I don't want to say weapon, but it is, in a life or death situation, this is my primary weapon. This is my primary tool. Yeah, primary defense tool. Christian can edit that out. He's a whiz. Okay. Right? And it's got a lot of features on it, just like you would expect a soldier's rifle. He's not going to go in there with iron sights and no light and, bare bones grip and things like that. He's
definitely not in today's day and age.
Right.
Where we have all this equipment now.
Yeah.
Available.
So they're going to have, in some cases, multiple optics on there. One that's for close quarters, one that's for distance. They're going to have a big, powerful flashlight on that. Sometimes other infrared or whatever, sight options to mesh with their NVGs or whatever. I'm going to kind of do the same on my primary defensive tool that fits, again, the modern technology and capacity and support that goes into it. So I have a small red dot on there. It's robust. So if I, knock it into a chair or a wall or whatever, it's not going to break.
Yeah.
I have a good light on there that's been tested, not necessarily by me, but it's been tested by experts out there. It's got good capacity. It's very shootable. It took some training, right? It's a DASA, and I think we've talked about that before.
When we shot the Beretta video, That was maybe like my first couple times shooting a Beretta. I've shot some in the past.
Yeah.
And that one specifically that I liked, it was just, super easy to shoot.
So I didn't have to modify the gun, which is maybe a conversation for a different video, right? I'm not an advocate of modifying your self-defense tools, except for adding optics or something. Is not really what I mean by modification. I'm not messing with trigger.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm not messing with anything internal. I'm not messing with the guts of the gun. So it is as a package set up as a primary defensive tool, because that's my go-to. That's what I have out in the world. I'm not walking into Burlham's with a backpack with a shotgun or AR in it.
A scabbard.
Yeah, a scabbard.
Like
thank you. I was like,
walking
I couldn't
around.
get that. Yeah. I'm not going to sling up my AR to walk around the mall. Yeah. So when we think about, is the pistol a primary or secondary weapon, there are cases for the majority of us as civilians that this is my primary weapon, my primary self-defense tool. And I need to make sure it is the biggest and best that I am proficient with in that case. And if that means that you're only comfortable carrying the micro compact, then you better train to, again, hit those certain parameters that mean you're going to win that fight.
Yeah. And what we want to try and make sure, we're not misconstruing anything, but we're not saying, we want these pistols to be in an offensive role.
Yeah.
Like, I am the offensive protector.
Not the attack,
Okay? We're just saying, I want a gun that's more capable, a little more beefy. It's got some extra stuff on there that I am allowed and able to put on there as a civilian, and it's just going to be better for me in that self-defense situation. And if you're carrying a gun like ankle carry or inside the waistband, whatever, doesn't mean you have to do that. You don't have to carry appendix inside the waistband. You can carry outside the waistband. You can open carry.
Yep.
You don't have to have something that's totally concealed where no one can see it. I mean, that's the idea. Like, we want to conceal it as much as possible, but maybe we can find that balance where, yes, this is a larger gun. I'm concealing it as much as I can. Maybe if someone was really paying attention, they could see it, but again, it's a larger gun and I could still conceal it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think that's my gun. I don't have your gun, so I don't know how you conceal that, but this to me is a very concealable size. It's 4 1/4.
Oh, it is so comfortable.
It's 4 1/4 inch barrel.
I was using that very
magazine.
holster.
Yeah.
When we were shooting that day, and very, very comfortable
and super concealable. But I'm not sacrificing caliber, capacity, or features to carry it comfortably.
Yeah.
So I mean, sometimes people will say, well, it's a gear issue, and gear is certainly helpful. I have a ton of holsters and gun belts so that I have the options of finding and using what is most concealable and comfortable and supportive for my environment. And sometimes that is appendix. Sometimes it's not. I'll carry that outside the waistband. I'll carry that inside the waistband, strong side hip, 3 o'clock. I'll carry that appendix. I have the features of the gear that allow me to comfortably and concealed carry that.
Right. In my current EDC, which is the Barracks Delta Gen 2, I got a weapon light on there. I do have the ability to put a red dot optic on there, but right now I'm just carrying iron sights. And I was going to transition to carrying the Shield X. Also, because it's got the rail now on there, I'll have to put the TLR7 sub on there. And then I could put the RMSC red dot sight on there.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to carry that, I'm going to have to do a lot more training to get proficient at it and make sure that I can get those shots. Obviously, I'm better with something like this, and like when we were shooting those drills in our previous video, it was super easy, especially the 21-yard bill drill.
Yeah. Super
easy to do it with the Echelon. Just more full-sized, more comfortable shooting gun, red dot optic, so you can take a more precise shot.
Yep.
And even you might want a red dot optic if you need to take a precise shot at say there's an attacker with a hostage.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times with that flash sight picture at a further distance, it can be hard to take a precise shot.
Yep.
At least with the red dot, I can remain target focused while placing that red dot on top of whatever I'm shooting.
Yeah.
So that's just another benefit to carrying a red dot. I know some people might disagree. Ken Hagathorn, Masada, you might disagree.
Love you both, by the way.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I just, I love Masada Ube. Yeah. But different setups for different situations.
Yeah.
If I'm going to go for a run with a pistol, I'm probably still going to carry the bodyguard.
Yeah.
Regardless, I'm not gonna go running with this. No way.
Well, I mean, earlier videos, and it still remains true. Half the time I'm carrying a gun, it is a full size 1911. You're not gonna go for a run with a full size 1911.
Yeah.
Unless a bear's chasing you.
Well,
but
good point. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess you can have a chest harness.
Yeah.
Those are out there. I would like to do a video on that. That'd be
running
fun.
with a chest harness.
Yeah, and see,
you can do the running. I'll do the filming.
Like the pouch. You know what I'm talking about?
I know.
Quick deploy pouch thing.
Yeah.
But I just wonder how much it's gonna flop around.
Right.
How likely is someone to be running with that?
And back to your comment about red dots, they aren't for everyone. And to get one they are more affordable now. They're more durable now. They're more reliable now. And some will argue that on a defensive pistol, you don't need a red dot. And for the statistics that are out there, everybody embraces the 3 shots, 3 yards, 3 seconds. But that's the top of the bell curve, right? There are the outliers at the bottoms of the bell curve, both in distance or time or in capacity shot. So how do you weigh those odds? Well, yeah, most of our life is going to be the top of that bell curve. We're just going on our everyday life to the mall, to the theater, to the grocery store. We're not going into harm's way. But the outliers are important to consider. And so there again, if you're going to carry without a red dot, can you still hit that 25-yard shot when there's people scattered all around you with confidence, right? That's everyday concealed carry with confidence. If you're not confident,
full circle.
If you're not confident with your self-defense tools, then you need to up your training or change your gear. If you can't work the features of your gun, whether that's the sights, the magazine release, the slide stop, whatever that is, if you can't work those with confidence, change your gear.
Yeah. Accuracy is king. You need to be accurate. You need to have good shot placement to actually be effective with whatever pistol you're carrying.
Yeah.
In one of our other previous videos, we talk about shot placement. Greg Elfritz's work from the Buckeye Farms Association. Like, shot placement is what's going to save you in a self-defense incident. And so, Corey, what are we... I mean, should we do a video? Maybe... I mean, what would you call a pistol like this? Like were you saying your primary pistol?
Primary self-defense tool, duty weapon, right? So law enforcement will call it their duty gun.
Right. Civilian duty gun?
Yeah, civilian duty gun. I don't know. Is that we'll wordsmith it a little bit, but I think we should definitely look at full-size carry guns. Everybody is really hot right now on super compact
the
carry
subcompacts.
You know, how many rounds can I shove into this 9mm? I mean, you look at the what is it, the macro XL or whatever it is now. The what's the bigger macro?
The X.
Is it?
Wait, what? Oh, the
macro,
fuse.
A fuse. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuse.
Whatever.
It's like.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff about that. But
We're now getting back to basically the same size as like a Glock 17 almost. And yes, it's thinner.
Yeah.
So and the fuse, is that a full-size fighting gun now? I mean, I think we could argue.
Technically,
17 rounds, 4.
Like we mentioned before, there's all these gray areas. It started off as a subcompact.
Yeah.
Or you might even call it like a micro, like with the original 365.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like working its way.
Bigger and bigger and bigger. And now we're back to basically, you might as well go back to your Glock 17 or a full echelon.
And it has and they have the 21 rounds. Magazines with the fuse.
And people are putting dots and lights on them. We've now gone back to it's. I'm sure we've all seen
circle.
I'm sure we've all seen the Facebook post or whatever of like the circle of like, I want a micro compact because it's comfortable and concealable. And I was like, I want a mid-size because I'm better with it. And they're like, if I'm going to mid-size, I might as well go full-size. And they're like, that's too big and too heavy. So now I'm back to my micro.
Yes.
We're now 3/4 of the way around that circle.
Yes.
Back to getting bigger and more efficient guns. And that's great if that's been your journey. I applaud those of you that have taken that journey to realize I don't have to have a subcompact, micro-compact gun to be comfortable and concealed. Right? So... yeah, I think we should do a video on what makes kind of this full-size fighting, handgun that is comfortable, concealable, accurate, stopping power, all those things.
And I think what we'll do, we'll just make a top 5 video of our opinions. We'll kind of go back and forth of why we think these pistols would qualify for that list. But we're going to be looking at size, comfortability, your ability to mount a red dot, weapon light, ammunition capacity, safety, reliability, of course, things like that. And so stay tuned for that video where that's going to come out sometime in the near future. With all that being said, we hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider leaving a like, sharing the video so it gets out to others, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. That definitely helps us out, helps us grow, and helps us get more videos out. Whether you're carrying a micro compact or full-size pistol, make sure you're seeking out high-quality training, or better yet, come train with us at Guns and Gear. Training others how to shoot their firearms is our passion. Please let us know down in the comments if you have an idea for a good primary pistol, primary defense tool, or primary defense pistol that you'd like to see in that future video, and we will definitely consider it if we can. And as always, carry smart,
carry strong.